I haven't said much about what this person is going to be doing, but it's never been done before at the Yes Group, at least in my time, and I don't think, I've checked it with a few people, it's not been done as far as we know. So I would say, just before we start, if anyone's in the back 2 rows, or maybe even, and there's space to come a little bit forward, you might want to come a little bit more forward, because it might serve you to be able to see things a little bit closer up. So this person I'm going to introduce is called Pierre de Beauvoir, and he is an international expert at what he does. It's something that's going to leave you quite spellbound and kind of questioning a little bit more about what you see as reality and what you think is going on. That's all I'm going to say so far, but please give a massive, warm Yes Group welcome to our special appearance guest, Pierre de Beauvoir.
Great. My name is Pierre de Beauvoir. I'm a magician. And I actually got connected with this group through my alter ego, my Clark Kent to my Superman. And that's Satya Cadell. That's actually my real name. Satya Cadell is an educator. That's actually what I do. I'm very much about education and development. So what I wanted to talk about today is how my love of magic really enhanced my experience as a teacher. So my message is very simple. You all are amazing people because you bring the true magic through your experience. And what I'm here to do today is just kind of share some of mine. So your name is Pan. Yeah. We used you before, which is great. Pan, on this side, please, if you don't mind. Great. And give Pan a round of applause, if you don't mind. Now, I don't know if any of you noticed this, but I left something behind his ear. That's why I picked him. He's got a ponytail. Just right there. Yeah? Now, these are really cool. See, when I actually first saw this, I was like, do that again. And the guy goes, it's very simple. You see, I take a ball, I place it in my hand. Wherever I point, it goes. If I point here, it's here. If I were to point somewhere else, it would go somewhere else. So he actually placed it in his hand, and he goes, if I point in my pocket, it disappears. It goes back into my pocket. Do that again, do that again. He goes, look, it's very simple. Look, see, if I just take it, if I saw it in half, I get 2. So, Pan, hold your hand out. Great. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one here. I'm going to place it in my hand. If I take yours, you can see, pinch that really tight. This you're going to love. Have you felt it?
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet. Because if I actually click my fingers, they switch places. That's his, that's mine. See, no one believes me when I do that. They genuinely don't. But you can actually open your hand, and what I actually do is I just very quickly place it in my hand. You can see, you'll squeeze that really tight, if you don't mind. Perfect. And now, mine will disappear. Look in your hand. Show them, show them. Okay, do you actually want to know how that works? I can show you. It's actually really easy. So if I just take one of these, if I just, you know what, I'll take both. Can you hold your hand out? Just squeeze that really tight. Now, this is actually the perfect opportunity, if someone's wearing a watch, just to be like, oh, I just need to just reposition your hand, and that's how the watch deal is done. Shh, little trade secret. Now, imagine I had 2 balls floating in the air. I grab one, put it in my hand. Grab another, put it in my hand, and now it disappears. How many balls are in your hand? How many are really in your hand? Try. It's great. In fact, Pan, you can actually take them away with you. I'll get them from you after. Thank you very much. Give me a round of applause. Now, if I may, just borrow anyone else. Anyone else wants to come up? Great, I get to pick on someone. So, no, thank you, lady, with the great courage to put your hand up. And does anyone actually have a crisp banknote? Crisp banknote, anything that they can use? Yep, I love how, oh, perfect, we got one here. Do you mind retrieving that for me, please? Okay, now, in my actual life as an entrepreneur, as a person in education, I fell through the trap that a lot of people experience. Sorry, I didn't get your name. Lenka. Pierre, nice to meet you. Great. So I actually fell into a trap, and that trap is basically trying to make as much money as possible. Make as much money as possible. And ironically, that ended up being bad energy. I just struggled to attract money. And I ended up doing something completely different. It came out through my world or my experiences as a magician. And I stopped focusing on making money, and I started thinking about how I can deliver value. That's all I cared about. I thought, I'll make money somewhere, but how do I create value? And this is actually the story behind that. So I took gentleman's £20 note. The reason you're involved, my darling, is because you're the kind of witness. Can you just confirm what this is, please?
£20 note.
Great. From your accent, I can tell you weren't born in London.
No.
Where were you born?
Czech Republic.
Okay, but it's still in the Northern Hemisphere. No, it is, yeah. Czech Republic is in Europe. So, yeah, so if you actually take some money, you can actually try this as well afterwards. If you hold it and you let go, it falls. Now, that actually happens because you think that you're in England. And if you think you're in England and you drop things, things fall. The reason why they fall is because things fall down. At least they do in England. Now, what if you thought you were somewhere else? What if you thought you were somewhere in the Southern Hemisphere? Pick a place.
New Zealand.
Yeah, perfect. We were just talking about New Zealand before. In New Zealand, things fall up. But in their perspective, up is down. So it's only up from our perspective. And it's actually interesting how it works, because you generally will see that if you actually took yourself to a place where there was absolutely no up or down, it will just float. Take a look. Do you want to give that a go?
Yeah.
Go for it. No, you can do it.
Okay.
No worries. Now, the other thing which I found very interesting about working with money as a magician, but also working with money in my professional career as a teacher or as an entrepreneur, is that money has a very elusive property. You see, if you take a natural object, you can confirm it's still the same note.
Yes.
Yeah, you're happy with that?
Yeah.
Perfect. So if I just basically take this 20 and I just kind of share something that you can actually do. If you fold it in half and in half, it gets smaller and smaller. If I fold it in half again, you'll start to notice that it becomes like a square. So you can still see the 20?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm going to fold it in half one more time, the 16th, if you're following the ratios. And for the last time, can you blow on it? And you'll see it change.
Oh, lucky guy, he gave me 20 and I get 50.
He does. So there we have. So what I actually found is that even with a small amount of money, with the right amount of time and pressure and patience, you can actually see something truly magical occur. Now, there is something that's actually quite interesting about a magician's involvement with money, which is that we don't really like to share. Thank you very much. Now, there will actually be a short sketch that I will be doing upon a return. It has a very different theme. And for that, please do make yourself available. Come a bit further forward. I think you guys are going to really want to do this. If there's anyone who wants to record it, you are most welcome. Great. Today I want to do something a little different. I know you guys have actually seen me talk a little bit about my journey. But here I'm actually here to talk about yours. And this is about connection. So for this, can I have a couple of volunteers? Both of you at the back. That'd be great. Come on. There's going to be a few more volunteers as well, so come on, give a round of applause. Great. I will be asking for some more people later, so please, don't think you've missed your chance. Sorry, what's your name?
Lucci.
Pierre, nice to meet you. And your name?
Danny.
Hi, Danny. Nice to meet you. Okay, Lucci, you have one job currently. This is a mystery envelope. I want you to throw it to someone in here. Anyone you like. Okay? No worries? I really think you wanted to throw it to her, didn't you? You can take it. You can choose to either keep it or throw it to someone else. You want to keep it? That's fine. Okay, now, when a magician actually works with people, What's actually very important is that we kind of get a bit of a connection going. And in this case, I'm not actually interested about the connection that I have with them. It's about the connection they have with each other. So, Danny, Lucci, do you actually know each other before? Oh, you just met today? Okay, that's fine. Just as a random question, when is his birthday? Make a wild guess. She has no idea. Perfect. This will do brilliantly. Okay, you come with me. You're on this side. And you're over here. Perfect. Now, what I want to do is I actually want to share with you something that made me fall in love with magic. It was actually the first thing I ever did. I saw this done, and it completely blew my mind. So, what we've got here is a pen, which you hold. You can pull the lid off. Now, I have here a deck of cards. Now, I know you guys won't be able to see. So when we select a card, I'm going to ask for you to describe it as clearly as you can so that people at the back still know what's going on, even if they can't see. So I want you to reach through, take any card you like. Okay? Yeah, it's fine if I see it. Okay, you can tell them what it is. Yeah, it's a Jack of Hearts. And if I give you this, can you hold the pen? If you give me the card. Perfect, so you should be able to see it. I want you to write your name just on there, just really big. L-U-C. Okay, no worries. Okay, so can you hold your hand out? All I want you to do, you can see the name there. It doesn't matter that you can't see the card clearly. How long as he sees it, that's all that matters. So I'm going to just kind of scrunch it up a bit. I'm going to just ask you to squeeze it really tight. Now, you can hold the pen. What we're going to do is we're going to take the next card along. So the next card was a 2. And your name is Danny. Is that short for something?
Danielle.
How's it spelled?
D-A-N-I-E-L-L-E.
Okay, cool. I'll just move it a bit closer. Can you verify the spelling? Yes. Yep, perfect. So if you can hold the pen, put the lid back. You can put it on the table. You're going to need that a little bit later. Okay, so what made me fall in love with magic was that there was a magician who basically got me to write my name, and he picked someone else, and he got them to write their name, so you can hold on to it here. Squeeze that nice and tight. Cool. So at the moment, they each hold in their own cards. So Lucci picked a Jack of Hearts, wrote his name. Danny picked a 2 of Hearts, wrote her name. I want you to basically just look at each other's eyes. Look into each other's eyes, form a connection. Okay, keep distance. It adds suspense. Danny, if in your hand, your other hand, obviously, we can get some magic to take place, you'll actually have his card. Take a look. Show him, show him. So, there's no chance you could have her card. I mean, I wrote it after. But take a look. Yeah. Thank you. In fact, you know what? Keep hold of your cards. You've got a pocket. You can put yours in your pocket. You can hold on to yours for now. Now, what you guys just saw there was the first time I saw magic. I was a muggle then. And I saw that, and I was like, stuff it, I'm learning that. And that's literally what got me into it. So earlier on, there was a question about how do you define reinventing yourself. I don't think reinvention necessarily means you abandon everything about yourself. But I think it means that you allow yourself to be open to become something new, whether it's a small iteration for what you were before, or whether it's you take on a new thing into your life. For me, that was a massive step, and it was amazing. I'm glad I got to introduce it to you. Now we see where this goes. So now that we know they know each other, this is great. What I want you to do, I want you to come over here. You're my voodoo doll.
Oh.
And Lucci, if you come over here, mate, just a little bit perfect. That's there. Perfect. Just one tiny step forward. Perfect. Now, what I want you to do is relax. You relaxed? I just want you to place your right hand out. Make it into a fist. Put it into a position you're comfortable, because you've been holding it for a bit. Close your eyes. And I genuinely do actually want you to close your eyes, because I want you to actually not see what's going on around you. But you'll know. We'll tell you. what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, ask you to just kind of just stay perfectly silent. And when I ask you at the end, I'm going to ask if you felt anything. You can open your eyes. Open your eyes. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to touch the back of your hand. All I want you to do at the end is to tell me how many times I did it. Okay? Okay, you ready? Close your eyes. Okay, you can open your eyes. Did I touch him at all? Did you feel anything? What did you feel? 3 times. Okay. This is going great. Do you mind just keeping your eyes closed? Okay? And I'll tell you when to reopen them. Great. You can open your eyes. Did I touch him at all? Would you kindly describe what I done? Okay. Louder, please. Go for it. So I drew an X in this hand. Can you show that? Can you show the X? Can you open your hand? Show them. Okay. Thank you very much, both of you. You may sit down. And that's great. Thank you so much. You were absolutely brilliant. No, you are welcome. Okay, now, for the next bit, I actually want to take someone who's feeling quite brave to come up and admit that they may be feeling a little bit lost in their experience right now. Is there anyone who's willing to own up to that? I will genuinely point if I have to. Okay, everyone's feeling really, okay, perfect. Let's see, sir. Great, clap. What's your name? Megan. This is Megan. Now, Megan, I want to actually share with you a really personal story. You see, when you actually are performing as a magician, one of the things that happens quite often is that you kind of have to form a really deep connection with someone very quickly. And often that actually comes down to being able to ensure that they get the right hypnotized state. And that's right, you will be hypnotized. Okay? But this you'll enjoy. So all I want you to do right now is I want you to clear your mind. Clear your mind? Done? We're going to pick a card from a deck. But it's not going to be a real deck. We're going to just pick one in mind. It'll be really easy. And if we'll see how this works. So first off, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine all the cards are laid out, and you've got your blacks and your reds separated. Just pick one, black or red. Say it. Black. Okay, so if we get rid of all the reds, you have all the blacks here. You can look at me for this bit. Now, you start from ace, and it goes right through to king. Whenever you're ready, call stop.
Stop.
Okay, ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you ended on the 5, but what I'll do, I'll give you either way. So you've got 4, 5, and 6. And there's black, so there's spades and there are clubs. So that way we've reduced it quite a lot so far. Pick one, spades or clubs, whichever you prefer.
Spades.
Okay, so if I get rid of the clubs. Now, if I ask you to hold, you're holding them, you got the 5, the 6, so the 4, 5, and 6. I want you to basically just think of any two of them. Say whichever two you like, 4, 5, or 6, whichever two. The 5 and 6, I'll get rid of the 4 for you. Now, I want you to give me one back. Anyone you want. Okay, which one's that one? The 6. So out of 52 cards, you ended up with 1, a 5 of spades. Would you agree that was a fair choice?
Yeah.
Would you agree that was a free choice?
Yeah.
Okay. My darling, I gave you an envelope.
No.
Will you open it, please? Yeah, you can rip it. It's fine. I don't want the envelope after. It's, yeah? So what's in there? There's a card. There's a card, great. We'd show her what the card is. Now, I have one more thing I want to share with you, and it will definitely lead into any future other works of mine that you'll see, should you choose to connect with me after and find out what other projects I'm involved in. And this is something called Unhypnotized. It was really powerful because when it was first shown to me, I genuinely was, I was brought to tears, and I thought it was truly amazing. The story basically goes that each of us may look in the mirror and see a very different image to the images that everyone else will see. And that's because of our perception of ourselves. What I want to do with you today is show you something that can show you the disparity between what we see and what they see. I've got here a piece of paper. On this piece of paper, there is a word. The artist who gave me this said that it has the ability to reveal your innermost perception of yourself. What I'm going to ask you to do, Megan, is I want you to look at the word and simply read it in your mind. Remember the word. After you've actually read the word, I want you to turn the word around so it's facing the audience. Some of you at the back won't be able to see it, but don't worry, because the guys in the front will be able to read it. But please, Megan, audience, no one say the word that you can see. All I want you to do is just take a look at that. Can you read that word? Don't say it out loud, just read it in your mind. Have you got it? I want you to turn it around, show it to everyone else. Okay. I'll take this back. I'll hold it here the whole time, so you know there's no changing or anything funny going on. Megan, for the first time, can you tell me what that word was that you read?
Inadequate.
Could it possibly have said anything else? No. It said inadequate?
Yes.
Are you sure? Do you want to take a look again?
Change.
No, what does that say?
Yeah, inadequate.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Am I reading it right?
Guys, do you see the word inadequate there? Can you tell her the word you see? You don't believe them, do you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, for the very last, I know I'm running against the clock. Can someone lend me a phone? Go straight to the picture function and get me that phone. I would use my own, but you wouldn't trust it.
Now it's the thing.
Yep, great. Pass it. Fantastic. So read what that says.
Inadequate.
Hold it. Show it to me. Turn it around. Turn it to me. Okay, I'm going to just... Okay, read it. Can you see it? Now read what it says in there. Go to the most recent picture. Zoom in. Guys, give her a round of applause. It's incredible. Because the truth is, no matter how much we might be amazing, we always feel inadequate. And that's not something to be fought. It is actually our greatest strength. It drives us to push ourselves harder. You've just seen one of the acts that I'm very passionate about, and I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.